Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. And if you happen to be watching on YouTube, thank you. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future episodes. Today, I'm talking about finding your inspiration. Are you ready? Let's get started. You know it, inspiration is important. When we have more inspiration, it amps up our energy. Clearly, when we're inspired, we have more energy. We have greater focus. We get inspired in an area, whatever it is, and we are focused on that. We're thinking about it. We're dedicated to it. We have greater focus. We have greater resolve. If I'm inspired to lose 10 pounds, I have greater resolve than if it's just, 10 pounds less would be good. If I am inspired, when we are inspired, we have greater passion for whatever it is that we're inspired about. Inspiration also raises or amps up our confidence. We get more confident as we're more inspired. We make forward action. All those things are good for us. We have greater productivity and we get greater success. Any one of those is reason enough. But when you put all those together, there's no doubt that inspiration is important, but inspiration is not permanent. Now, most people just sort of wait for it, like it's good luck. Like, when inspiration strikes. I'll start to write when I get the inspiration. When I'm inspired, I'll go exercise. When I'm inspired, I'll go do a better job of coaching my team members. Most people wait for it. But wise people seek it out. It's too valuable for all the reasons we've talked about. It's too valuable to wait for it. So, where do those wise people like you look for inspiration? Well, they look for inspiration from reading inspirational materials, reading anything that's in the area of what they want to be more inspired about. Reading fiction, nonfiction, matters little. We can find inspiration in reading. We can find inspiration in watching, whether that's watching something like this, watching something that we love on television, going to a certain sort of movie. We can be inspired by watching others perform, by seeing experts in action. We can certainly be inspired by listening, which is what some of you are doing, listening to a podcast, listening to an audiobook, listening to an expert, listening to a friend. We can be inspired by listening. And we can be inspired when we're with certain people, right? There are people in your life that inspire you, that lift your spirits, that buoy your energy, that help you be more confident in yourself. You can choose to spend more time with those people. And you probably can find inspiration in certain situations, certain locations, certain environments. Some people say, well, if I could only go to the mountains, I'd get inspired. If I could only go to the beach, I can be inspired. Those things are true, but you need to look for places that don't require a travel voucher. We can find inspiration in certain situations, and most of all, and the one that's most accessible, the one that you can take advantage of in this very moment, is that we can find inspiration by taking action. We get inspired by moving. And I hope that you will do that you will take some action, that you will, most of all today, that you will look for inspiration where you find it, and that you go look for it. Because when you do, all of the good things we talked about will come to pass. Let me close with today's tweet. We all need inspiration. It is far better to consciously look for it than to wait for it to arrive. Inspiration is one of the purposes of what I call our daily email. It comes out every day. And so you can join us for the daily email for free to get inspiration like you found here. Maybe in the reading of the daily email is where you will find your inspiration. I hope you'll do that. You can learn more about that on the links here. Hope you'll do that, and I hope you'll be back next week for another episode of Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast.